a Maricopa County Master Gardener. My name is Jody, and today I'd like to show you my sweet potato garden. March 23rd started my adventure in sweet potato gardening. I started off with 4 organic yams, put barbecue skewers in each side, placed them in water, and put them in a sunny location. On April 20th, I moved them from a west-facing window to a south-facing window. Several sprouts started to form on the potatoes. On April 27th, I took the first shoots off of the potato and put them in a jar to complete the rooting process. I switched the potatoes to larger vases. Several shoots started to form. On May 25th, which is approximately 9 weeks since I first started putting the yams in water, I finally took the shoots and I planted them in my garden buckets. I put they were in organic soil and they were put on an angle. I even took a sweet potato and didn't take the shoots off, and I just stuck it in the ground thinking, let's see what happens and which grows better. It was a really hot day that day, and truth be told, I'm lucky they even made it at all. They're covered in straw, and there was also a 40% shade cloth that was over them. Their watering was hand watered every day until the water came out through the bottom drain holes. So 15 weeks, July 6th, in the containers, the plants are struggling to grow. Even with the shade and the watering, it's still too hot for them to really keep going. By 22 weeks, 154 days, the plants don't look much better, but if you look at the plants that are in the garden bed, they're really doing great, and they're just loving all the room to sprawl out. September 10th, 24 and a half weeks later, 172 days, we are way past the days of harvest, but I don't think they are ready to be picked yet. There's also another sign where the leaves turn more of a yellow-green, and that hasn't happened. They're a very vibrant green. They get watered daily. They're on drip tape. They get watered about 40 minutes in the morning, and they just seem to be doing great. There is no shade cloth on these plants at this time. October 19th, 30 weeks, 210 days later, this is what my garden looks today. And I'm seeing some yellowing leaves, but I'm curious and I want to see what's going on under the ground. So let's check it out. All right, we're at the sweet potatoes where they were in the buckets. It's been 210 days since they were first planted, actually since they were first put in water. And so we're gonna pull them out and dump it and see if there are any sweet potatoes in this bucket. Some roots that are found in here. Not seeing any sweet potatoes. Oh, bummer. Well, I can see some red coming out, but they don't look very much like sweet potatoes. Unfortunately, that is a bummer. All right. Well, here, let's see what we have. Well, you know, I guess this is part of gardening, right? Is live and learn. I saw this technique done at a couple of gardeners that were in St. Louis, and it worked for them. Obviously, our weather is a lot different. So this big plant, this is what it produced underneath, and not too promising. But this container, even though it was in the shade half the time, did get really warm. I wish now that I would have measured the temperature, the soil temperature. But yes, these aren't going to be good for Thanksgiving. We're not going to do it. But good thing I tried something else. I tried to put it in a regular garden bed to see if that would work. And we'll see what happens. We'll go see those. You can see that they are popping up. So it gives me a little bit more, there you go, gives me a little bit more hope that there is something in here. So I'm gonna just dig a couple of them up and see what we get. Look at the roots coming down, and look at these tubers. Oh, this is a little bit more hopeful. This is a little bit more hopeful. Trying to grab this one. Oh, there we go. Look at that. That is a sweet potato. That is pretty cool. Yay, we got one. And it looks like there are gonna be some more coming up. I'm thinking that I might leave it for maybe a couple more weeks and see if I can get them to get a little bit bigger. But thanks for joining me in my sweet potato garden. I'm looking for yams and hope to get some for Thanksgiving.